Hello, Wakire, Karibu, Jambo. Good to see you today. We are going to talk about nurses who want to immigrate. There are so many opportunities, both locally and internationally, available for nurses or medics. But if we want to go abroad, there is a proven way of doing it easier and faster. How is that? Here are a couple of steps of things that you need to do to take into consideration when you want to move abroad. We realize that some nurses or most medics have been exploited by unscrupulous people who want to take advantage of them when they want to, in their quest to go abroad. That is why this video is coming in handy to share with you some of the steps that are going to make it easier for you to transition from being a local nurse to an international one. The first thing is identify an agency. You need to identify an agency, a recruitment agency that is reputable. You need to do your due diligence and find out whether this agency has successfully taken nurses abroad. People or many nurses have wasted a lot of resources, hard-earned money, in paying fake agencies. That is why it is important for you to find out who has this agency recruited. Having testimonials, having people who have already gone there will help you have the confidence so that when you are investing your time and money with these agencies, you are sure that you are having a genuine process in place. Having identified your agency is the number one thing, the right agency. Number two, the agency is going to give you steps, procedures about what you are going to cover. Some people start doing like international English language test early, even when they do not have an employment offer, and they end up wasting money and their time because the international English language test is done and it's only valid within 1 year. So if you go ahead and do the international English language test, sometimes you might find that you've done it and then it expires even before you get an employer or you get an offer. That is why when you're using an agency, they will tell you step by step. The next logical thing that you do once the agency have engaged you is, one, to do NCLEX. If you are going like to the Americas and Canada, there is a requirement that you need to do NCLEX. NCLEX is an examination that is going to assimilate you as a nurse to the other end, to show that you are at par with the nurses who are trained in those countries. Another thing you need to do is that you are going to register yourself with CGFNS. CGFNS is a body that is aware of all the nurses that are working abroad. Once you have you are registered with CGFNS, they are going to require you to have transcripts from the institutions where you trained in. This can be the university, it can be the college if you are trained in a faith-based institution, or KMTZ, or wherever that you trained. The transcripts are sent directly from your institution to the CGFNS office. You are not going to handle. All you are going to do, you are going to pay for the courier services, and they will inform you, usually it is DHL, for you to pay, and so that they are able to get your transcripts the other side. Now that is about CGFNS and your transcript. Then during this time, you are supposed to have a practice for international English language test. And the international English language test, there is a band. Each institution or each country gives you a band. They will tell you we need 6.5 or 7.5 or 7, depending on which country you are going to. So you need to know the country where you're going to, what is the requirement in their side, so that when you are studying, you know what your target is. Now, as I said earlier, the international English language test expires within 1 year. So the agents will guide you accordingly at what point, so that you know at what point you are going to take this international English language test, so that it doesn't expire before you process and go. The other thing you are going to do, even as this happens, is funds. You need to have funds ready for you to be able to use when you go there, because the agents will not take care of everything. Your family, if they need to join you, usually they don't join you immediately. You might need to go settle down, get the orientation, then you will come back for your family. But you need to set aside funds that will be able to facilitate all these movements for you if you are traveling to the NCLEX centers. Like for Kenya, we have India and South Africa being the two areas where you can go to test for the NCLEX. Now, if you are having any encumbrances, like loans that you have taken, it is important for you, even as you process, to talk to the loaning institution. If it's a bank or if it is a circle that you took, you need to communicate with them and tell them that you are having this journey, you are having this plan of traveling abroad. So once they know that this is what you want to do, then they will work with you so that the repayment period for your loan is taken care of. It can be restructured, because we have had occasions where nurses have taken loans. We've had situations where nurses have taken loans from circles, and as it is for the rules of the circles, they are guaranteed. You get guarantors who will stand in for you. And some of these nurses have taken the loans. The guarantors have been kind enough for them to guarantee them, and they just process and leave without communicating to the guarantors, leaving them with the burden of having to clear the loan that their colleagues took, even as they bettered their lives. Please do not be among this category of people who are going to hurt others even as you move on well with your life. Communicate and make sure that you are having your loans or the money taken care of, or any other liabilities that you have sorted out. Now, these are some of the things that you need to have in mind when you do this. And as I said, even when you immigrate, you are supposed to have money set aside for you to go and settle. So in a nutshell, if I may just summarize some of the topics the points that I've talked about is: 1, registration with the CGFNS. Number 2, having your NCLEX. Number 3, having your International English Language Test. 4, you are having your transcripts ready. 5, you are having loans or any encumbrances taken care of. These are, and also the last but not least, informing your family about what you are intending to do, because they also need to be aware that this is the process that you are having in order for them to support you. So these are some of the things that I needed to share with you. If you've managed to succeed to go abroad, please comment below in the comment section, so that some of the nurses who want to follow your route can also benefit, or it can be easier for them. In this channel, we are all about making your life easy and the life of others, even as we serve humanity. Thank you, and see you again in the next one.